guys, and welcome to the final part of this week's Coffee and Hero Show, part 3, due to the bonus second part, going through this week's single issue releases. So these are the single issues going on to the racks. Obviously all pull lists are done, so if you don't see certain titles here that you think are out this week, it may just be that we only order those in for pull list, but rest assured your copy is safely in there. But we'll take you through what we've got this week in terms of Marvel, DC and Indie. We'll kick things off with some variants. So first of all, this was actually a variant we got last week, but we thought it was so nice we got another one. Nightwing issue 108, so that is Dan Mora on art there. You may have heard me talk about how great Dan Mora is this morning when mentioning Once and Future, but we have the Nightwing variant there. New Detective Comics this week, which is issue 1078, and Jason Sean Alexander, who's the interior artist, continuing to do the variant covers for that. We have the 1 to 25 retailer incentive variant from Liam Sharp. This is part of a sequence clearly of wanted posters or wanted style posters. So that is the 1 to 25. We have this one, which is Daredevil Black Armor. This is a rather awesome Paulo Siqueira foil variant cover, which is rather beautiful. We were supposed to have this one last week, but it only arrived this week. This was the other half. We had, last week it arrived, it was Wonder Woman on one side, but with Godzilla, and this is part of a connecting cover, and then you have Batman and Kong on the other side. So that is that. You have Marvel Zombies, Black, White and Blood coming out this week. This is a cover B, which is Lucio Perillo doing that. We have some Predator versus Wolverine issue 3 variants. I love getting these variants in. You've got Whilce Portacio, first of all, industry legend and one of the founders of Image. You have Adam Kubert also doing a rather lovely cover for Predator Wolverine. And then we finish off with the 1 to 25 of Predator Wolverine. This one is done by Corey Smith, who of course is the current artist on Ghost Rider. And then we finish off with one last lovely variant. This is for X-Men Blue Origins by E.M. Geist. And that is a rather lovely, it's almost a retro type look to that one, but pretty damn lovely. Next up, let's see, so we have DC, so let's see. Good chunk of DC titles this week, and some really good quality stuff actually, because I may have already started my pull list this week. So we'll kick things off with Action Comics. So you have Action Comics 1059. We're winding down in the Phil Kennedy Johnson era. We're of course going to be going on to like the Superman artists era with that. So that's this week. Batman 89 Echoes. You know my thoughts on Batman 89. I won't get into that here. But for those that love it, this is a continuation of that world. Looks like the Scarecrow is being added into 89 mythos. You have Batman Brave and the Bold. We're up as far as issue 7 for this one, so continuing with the anthology book there. We have Detective Comics, so you've got your cover A here. I've already read this, it's top-notch stuff. Really enjoying the Ram V run, and this whole Batman being hanged in a public court, basically of Gotham. It's just brilliant stuff. Really enjoying that. We move on from Detective Comics, and we have a Doom Patrol facsimile. So this is for the Doom Patrol, issue number 99 for that. We have new Flash this week, so we're up as far as issue 3. So we're continuing on with the new team of Cy Spurrier, Mike Deodato Jr. on Flash. After Flash, we have Green Arrow, so we're up to the midpoint now for Green Arrow for Joshua Williamson and Sean Isaac's run, which has been really cool so far. For the Emerald Archer, we have new Harley Quinn this week. So Tini Howard continuing on with Harley, Sweeney Boo as the artist on that. We move from Harley to, well, Harley. This should have been out last week, but our copies only arrived this week. Harley Quinn, Black, White and Redder, which is continuing again the anthology feel for Harley. I really enjoyed issue 4 of that actually. There were some really good stories in that. Definitely one of the issues of the week. Again, already read it. Penguin issue 4. This series has just been class. Just really going from strength to strength. Rafael de la Torre on art and Tom Keane writing. We have the last issue this week of Steelworks, which of course was the 6-issue miniseries. So that's coming to an end. And then we finish off the DC section. Again, I have read this, and again, this really surprised me with how good it was. Although maybe it shouldn't surprise me because it is Tom Taylor. Tom Taylor, Ivan Rice, Titans Beast World. This is a big event that's starting for DC, and I must admit, like the lead up to it's been pretty soft. Pre-orders are not particularly big, but this was great. Brilliant first issue. I'm really looking forward to the rest of this now, and I'm very much, to coin a AEW term, I'm very much all in on the rest of that. So we move away from there and we'll move on then to Marvel. So again, a lot of good stuff this week from Marvel. Let's just lift it all out here so I don't have to go in and out. So Gang War is about to kick off. Gang War, of course, is the event going across the sort of Marvel street level titles. So Amazing Spider-Man is coming off with a one-shot, which is basically kicking it all off, which is Gang War First Strike. So that is this week. Another issue I've already read, which was great. Captain America issue 3, J. Michael Straczynski, Jesus Says on art. Really good. This is a really strong start for the Captain America run so far. And yeah, just very old school Cap values, but some really good modern storytelling as well. Next up we have Daredevil Black Armor, again out last week. We were shorted so many copies, we have them in stock this week. This of course is taking place back in the Shadowland era of Daredevil, and is part of the sort of Marvel nostalgic line, if you will. We have a one-shot for Howard the Duck, trapped in an anniversary celebration he wants no part of. I mean, Chip Zdarsky's writing stuff on this, believe it or not, it's the 50th anniversary of Howard the Duck, and you've got a whole pile of creators working on that. We have Gang War this week for Luke Cage. Again, this is going to be I think a 4-issue mini-series that's going to take place within the Gang War umbrella. We have Marvel Zombies, Black, White and Blood. So to give you an idea of some of the creators involved this time, we've got Gail Simone, The Illegal Shim, Erica Schultz, Nelson Daniel, Doug Wagner, Juan Gideon. Moon Knight, second to last issue of the current run before it switches to Vengeance of the Moon Knight. And again, The Last Days of Moon Knight, I have read that as well. Also great. It's been a really strong week, actually. I've really enjoyed getting ahead of my pull list as well. Predator vs. Wolverine, I of course showed off some of the variant covers there. You have your cover A's here for Predator vs. Wolverine from Benjamin Percy. We have Spider-Woman, which is going to be part of Gang War. I think this is the start of a new series, but only the #1 is part of Gang War. So yeah, that is out this week as well. We have Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. We're up as far as issue 3 for that. And we finish off the Marvel one with the follow-up to last week's Uncanny X-Men 141. We have Uncanny X-Men 142. So finishing off that facsimile range. So we go away from there and on to the indie stuff, and it's a bit of a quieter indie week. I mean, I say that, it's quieter in terms of what's going on the racks, but there's quite a lot of good stuff through the pull list, so we'll see. So first of all, you have a new Assassin's Creed series kicking things off this week, Assassin's Creed Visionaries, on all new Assassins imagined by today's top creators. We have an interesting one here from Sumerian Comics, which is Basic Instinct. I think this is going to be done along the lines of American Psycho, where events are going to take place sort of concurrent with the movie itself. It's not a retelling of the movie. It's not a different telling of the story. I think it's characters that will interact with the movie from the outside. That's kind of what American Psycho was. A big release this week is definitely Berserker Fallen Empire. So Fallen Empire, it's continuing the run of Berserker one-shots, oversized each time. Kenny Reeves writing along with Mattson Tomlin, who I believe is co-writer on The Batman, also co-writer of the Berserker upcoming movie, I believe. We have a new Maria Lovett series out this week, which is called Crave. Maria Lovett, if you're familiar with her, very adult storytelling, very what's the word I'm looking for? It's an acquired taste, let's just put it like that. Something is Killing the Children out this week as well. We're up as far as issue 35 for the adventures of Erica Slaughter. And then we finish off, I managed to get a few more extra copies of Dracula issue 2 in this week as well. So for those that missed out last week, it just flew off the shelves. Whether it was the cover A's, whether it was the variants, whether it was the local comic store day variants. People are going all in this. I'm not surprised because it's great. So yeah, that is everything that is going on to the racks this week. So again, as ever, if you see something that catches your eye, just let us know. We'll stick it aside for you. Pull lists, as I say, are all organized and ready for collection. So hopefully we'll see you in the store soon. Until then, take it easy and see you soon.